Hello, my 4th and 5th grade PS 81 families. It's Mrs. Tibbetts, and even though we are not together, we're still going to learn some math together. So let's start off with a joke. What did the baby tree say when it looked in the mirror? Give up? Gee, I'm a tree. I know, corny, right? But you know I like corny math jokes. Alright, so we are going to start by going over some of geometry terms that you guys should have gone over, or you should remember. It's always good to refresh ourselves. So we have parallel lines. Parallel lines are lines that never meet. Like this, or like this, no matter how far they go in either direction. Perpendicular lines are lines that meet to form 4 right angles. Intersecting lines are lines that simply cross but do not make 4 right angles. A right angle are 2 rays that meet to form a 90-degree angle. Big hint, if you see the little square on the bottom, it is 90 degrees. An obtuse angle is bigger than 90 degrees. An acute angle is smaller than 90 degrees. It's a cute angle. Ha ha ha, little cute, get it? A straight angle is one that measures exactly 180 degrees. See? And those terms are going to be really, really helpful. So we are going to use those terms to make an art project. You're going to need some plain old paper and a straight edge. It does not have to be a ruler. It could be the side of a book or a folder or something. Just needs to be straight. And you need a pencil. So you're going to make sets of parallel, perpendicular, and intersecting lines on a paper. You could cover up the whole entire paper making these lines. You can make as many or as few as you want. The more you make, the fancier your design is going to be. When you make these lines, you are going to make right angles and obtuse angles and acute angles. So that is the design that I just made. You can make one a little fancier. You can even make shapes. If you don't want to fill up the whole paper, you say, Mrs. Tibbetts, that's whack. Don't want to just take up a whole paper. You can take your piece of paper, take one corner, and fold it to the edge. Make a nice crease and cut off the end. Now you open up, you have a square, which is smaller than the rectangle. You could even make it even smaller. You could cut the square in half right along the diagonal line, the diagonal crease, if you will. And you have 2 triangles. You could even make them smaller by folding them in half again so that the vertices or points meet, and you cut along the crease or the right angle that you formed, and you have 4 smaller triangles. Now on these you're going to do the same thing if this is what you choose. You're going to draw straight lines, parallel lines, intersecting lines, perpendicular lines, until you make some kind of pattern. or no pattern at all. You're just going to keep making those lines until the shapes are filled up. And it's not fancy. Just some lines, straight lines, parallel lines. This line and this line is parallel. This line and this line are intersecting lines. Here's a bigger triangle. Here's another bigger triangle. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take some coloring utensils. You got some crayons or some colored pencils or markers, and you're going to color. I'll do this one. This is the one that I just did. You're going to color each shape that you made a different color. Or you can make a pattern. Either way, that's up to you. Do it fast. I know you guys have zero desire to see me color. After you finish coloring, you guys will do a much better job than me, I promise. You're going to take a black marker or a black crayon, and you're going to go over the pencil lines that you drew from the start. To make them pop. You can even go around the edge of your shape. Ta-da! Here's one that I did earlier. I made a pattern. I did purple and green because those are my two favorite colors. And I put the black around and it really pops. I would like you guys to post videos of your completed projects, maybe with a little wave high or pictures by Friday, March 27th. Okay. See you next week.